Today we're going to cut down this nifty sling blade from what looks like an automatic, or a riding lawnmower, I mean. So we're going to cut this down into two pieces. This middle piece I'm not going to use right away. I don't know what I'll do with that. Maybe I'll try to close those holes at one point. But you use those pieces and a piece of a saw that I got at a garage sale for a couple bucks. I think my wife paid $2 for the sling blade. She got like 3 of them. Anyway, so we're gonna make ourselves a knife. Just flattening it out a little bit so that when I marry the layers, everything will be nice and clean. I'll still have to grind it, get it clean, so that we can get a good forge weld. See? Simple saw, nothing to it, nice flat. So I'll probably cut this into, let's see, maybe I think for the sake of making this easy, I'm going to cut it into sections like that. And then I'll cut this down. That'll be all right. Got kind of a wonky setup here. Oh, let's turn on the power. All right. Much shorter saw. Okay. So let's do sections like this. Now we got all of our pieces cut for that. We got quite a bit of pieces out of that. Probably won't use half of that. That's okay. Now we're going to go ahead and weld up the billet. Okay, that'll work. Just enough to hold it together. That. And I should probably weld the other side. Just keep it from coming apart. You know how that'll go. I don't. Okay. Let's get this board folded up. Get that hot. Hot. So as part of this knife, we're going to do some experimenting with different steels. Also going to go ahead and turn this one into a bit of a longer blade with a shorter stub handle that I'm going to turn into a hidden tang handle. This is kind of practice, or maybe a permanent one, I don't know. We'll see. For the commission I got for uh, a local barbecue place, they have a Amazon knife. It's like that long, it's gigantic, that I admired. Anyways, we got talking and decided we should get them a knife made locally here. So we'll see how this works out. Should work out pretty good, as long as this forge welds well. So we're going to go ahead and let that soak. I'll show you what we got going on here. Oh, pretty good. It's over. Get hot again. I think we're sitting pretty. For everybody, because everybody's pretty new to this channel, or if you were in this channel before, you were watching it for a completely different reason. Um, yes, I am a role player. I haven't role played in a while though, so does that still make me a role player? I don't know. If there is it require active role playing to be a role player? Probably. I'm a recovering role player. No. Anyways, I still like it. I'm also a writer. I have a book. You probably have seen that on the channel. If you haven't, I've hidden those videos. If there's real interest in seeing what my book was all about, just let me know, and I'm happy to put up a video about it. But you can find it. It's called The Factionist Old Recruit, and it's on Amazon right now. It's actually, I asked you to hold off though, because we're going to re-release it with what's going to be a three-book series. I've gone ahead and combining the two books that I finished. The third book will be a completely new book in the same universe. Not with one of the characters, but not one of the primary characters that you follow along with. Anyways, nothing to do with forging. Let's talk about forging. So as we get these welds set, I'm going to try to use my crossbeam. I wish that I had a straight beam. Make this a lot easier to stretch this billet out, but I do not have that. Therefore, we are going to do the best we can with a crossbeam. And I think we'll get it. It's going to be just fine, right? As some people may say. And it looks like we are just about ready to start the next heat. Okay.
definitely getting welded up. I can feel it getting solid. So there might be some delams, but we'll take care of those in short order. I don't know why I just put that in there. Don't put hot tongs in oil. Anyways, all right. So, ow, and don't burn yourself on your hot tongs. So, a little bit about me as we wait for the next scene, because nobody likes a boring video, right? You don't like boring. I don't like boring. A little bit about me. Ryan McCarg, a native of the Pacific Northwest. Grew up in a little town called Washougal, Washington. If you're a motocross fan, then you're probably aware of it. If you're not, then sorry, it's a little town. Anyways, as part of growing up, I grew up with some very close friends. We all kind of got into what we call the manly arts later in life. We enjoyed them as younger, but we were very much role players and things like that. A little bit nerdy. And since I moved to New Mexico about 6 months ago, I got my forge and I started working. I've made 3 knives so far, a couple tools. I fixed this so that I had this to make spoons and the like, which I've not yet done. I should really do. I have other tools that I've made that I cannot find. So you're just going to have to take my word for it. I make tools. Anyways, like many, I watched Forged in Fire when it came out, like 15, 16, something like that. Really enjoyed the show. I thought, this is great. I could do that. The way they're doing it, I could definitely do this. So I went ahead and dreamt about it and tried to convince my wife to let me buy a forge. She finally let me do it, like I said, 6 months ago, and I've been whittling away at it. I went through my very first 30-pound tank just this last couple weeks ago, finishing up a knife for my sister that I made. Actually, I need to do some grinding on it. I should have brought it out. Anyways, but yeah. So, are you a forger? Do you have a forge? I hope you do. If you don't, it's not hard to make your own. I've seen plenty of videos on it. I'm just too lazy, so I bought one. But the one I bought is really good. I bought it off of eBay. This guy in Texas makes them out of square tube, and he does some pretty darn thick square tube, which made me very happy. And everything's all steel construction, which is, you kind of need when you're talking about super hot fire. And don't get me wrong, this is very hot. I think the steel forge welding is 2,500 degrees, something like that. It's really hot. All right, let's get our third soak, or our third heat out. There we go. And this time we're going to go ahead and really set these welds. Get everything set up nice and tight. Okay. We're actually going to turn this around so that I can grab it from the other side. There we go. Thing I've learned, it's better to do short cycles under the hammer than it is to do keep hammering until it gets dark. That was actually darker than I probably should have gone. We actually had quite a bit of forge scale come off, so that's pretty cool. I love forge scale. Tells me I'm doing a good job because I'm heating it up right, at least partially. I'm no expert, if you haven't noticed, but yeah, you probably didn't click onto this video thinking, what would be really fun is to watch some guy talk for 10 minutes about forging when he don't know nothing. Is that what you got on this channel for? I bet it is. Or to watch him be weak and not be able to open up his boiled linseed oil. really does like to seal up. Anyways, most important thing, nice high temperature. This one I think is good for like 1400 degrees, which I wouldn't grab that, but if I accidentally bump it, I'm not going to burn my hand super bad. I actually have another one. I used it at the barbecue, and I don't know where it is now. So that's not good. Anyways, I think we're just about ready to pull it out again. Oh, this little forge is so nice. I love this forge. All right. Yeah, that's good. Okay. See that color? That's about as dark as I want it to get before I put it back in. And I probably don't have to close this up, but it just makes it go so much faster in heat. Anyways, I'm a 20 some odd year, 26 year, 27 year, something like that, veteran of the IT departments of many a company. Started out, doing a little company called Future Shop. If you're a Best Buy fan, then perhaps you've heard of Future Shop. Perhaps you're not old enough. Perhaps you aren't from Canada or the Pacific Northwest, where they invaded in the 90s, late 90s. Anyways, I worked for them and got my start. Now I'm an IT manager. Been that for quite some time now. Working, I don't know, the past 5-6 years in management. I both like it and don't like managing. And sometimes you got to go out and beat some metal until it sings. I don't know why it sings. But you're watching it. Who's blaming me? Anyways, okay. I think this heat we're gonna go ahead and try to do the cross beam. See if we can't get some length out of this. And there we go again. Definitely sitting golden. The best way to forge is sitting on your ass, if you're wondering. That doesn't get in trouble. I said ass. Or maybe I have to mark this as not all ages. Is this a not all ages video? Burn yourself. Burning yourself hurts. That kind of burn would send me to the hospital real fast. Matter of fact, I gotta grab my water bucket. I was refilling it. I've yet to winterize my travel trailer like an idiot, so I'm draining the water out right now. So I'm stealing that water because why not? It's water. So that's getting great right now. And I have a full bucket that I need to bring over here and put back underneath the forge. I think we'll do some time lapse. What do you think? See you in a few. This time I'm using the horn to see if I can't get the same effect as the cross peen to get some length out of it. It looks like it's working a little bit. I've never seen anybody else do that. I'm sure that I'm not the first to think of it. I'm probably the dumbest to use it, but don't spill your oil. I think I just did. Let's grab it. Anyways, we'll see if that makes any hill beans a difference. Probably not. But if I get just hoping to get a couple inches out of this, because at this point it's not looking very long, and I'm kind of thinking that that's not going to be long enough for what I'm making for them. So this may just be another test knife, but we'll see. If it turns out nice enough, I'll take it over to them and say, I know it's not a big long one, but you can use it as you wish. My wife wanted me to do a true Damascus. Cut it, stack it, work it out, cut it, stack it, work it out. Seems like a lot of work. By hand, at least. But you know what? I'll post this after this last couple heats. See if I can get a little bit more length out of it. And I'll wait for comments before we do anything else with it. If you think that I should go ahead and try for a low level Damascus, so we're talking, 20 or so layers. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So cut and stack, give me 8, you need 16. So I'd have to cut and stack it at least twice. So 4, 8, 16, 16, 16, 32. So like 32 layer. Not high, but 32 layer. So that'd be 1 cut to give me 8. 1 cut to give me 16. Another cut to give me 32. So 3 cuts. We'll try 1 cut. No. You decide. You make the call. Alright. Flirting around with it. Just got it stuck in there. I got some D-lamps. Shocking. We need to cut this. Alright, we're going to let this cool. Get a whole layer not welded up. Remember how I said I should have, grabbed my borax? Well, I should have grabbed my borax. But I do have most of the layers welded up. Just that one layer, not completely welded. But we'll be all right. I'm not too concerned. I'll get some borax, clean it up a little bit, and we'll see how that all works out. If I have to, I'll weld it, and then I'll make that a utility knife for the shop. Or I'll scrap the billet and start again. One of the two. But the question is, once I fix it, should I stretch it out, stack and weld it, stack and weld it, stack and weld it? Maybe do like a 32, I think it's 4 layers. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Do a 32 layer Damascus like my wife would like. I'm not crying. No, I'm not crying. What do you think? I'd like to hear what YouTube land says, and then we'll go from there. Thanks.